Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive online session. This is our session on teaching learning interventions for inclusive classrooms. You are watching us right now on PM eVidya, channel number 8, and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. This session is meant for the students of class 8 and the subject that we are taking up today is English. Through this session, we will try to create awareness about teaching in classroom scenarios where we adopt inclusivity. And also, it's a great session where we learn that how we can present some teaching learning material that is all inclusive and that leaves an impact on the learners, and how teachers can make use of it. Of course, there is a lot of content regarding the same also. So, like you also, I'm looking forward to this session because the topic is quite interesting. We are going to learn about Unit 2 of your textbook titled Values and Dispositions. So, this chapter is not just meant for the student of class 8 of English, but for everybody out there, including us. And if you wish to participate in the session, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 8800440559. Our email ID is dth.class8@ciet.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle, NCERT Official, you can send us your questions, suggestions, and your feedback. Now, my dear viewers, for this session, I am joined by two guests here in the studio. So, first of all, let's welcome Miss Priyanka. She is Assistant Professor English from Satyavati College, University of Delhi. Ma'am, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for having me for such a wonderful session on values and dispositions.
Indeed. And we both are accompanied by our Indian Sign Language interpreter, Mr. Dev Malik. Dev, namaskar and very warm welcome to you too. Now, this unit is quite interesting, values and dispositions, but we haven't revealed the name of the chapter, right?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
what exactly chapter is called and what it's all about?
It's a very universal connecting topic, ma'am. The
Okay.
poem is about somebody's mother. The title is Somebody's Mother.
Somebody's mother. And
And,
whose mother are we talking about?
We are talking about a mother in general. It can
Okay.
be your mother, my
Okay.
mother, interpreter's mother, or anyone's mother, our kid's mother. So, a mother in general, a mother who is very old and standing somewhere for some help to cross the road. And, ma'am, before moving to the beautiful poetry,
Yeah.
I want to tell my students that how we can go with the poetry.
Okay.
So, how to read a poetry and how to understand it is a challenge in
Right.
itself, right? So, to be in touch with the poetry, what you can do is you can read it several times, reading aloud, keeping it very intact by reading aloud once, twice, and thrice till the meaning is inherited in your head.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can identify the title, because title itself is something in the poem that tells everything about it, like somebody's mother. It
Yeah.
means it's a mother and that belongs to somebody. It can be you, it can be me, or it can
It
be
can be
anyone.
anybody for that
Yeah.
matter. Now, ma'am, this is a very beautiful topic, and since, as the unit says, we will be talking about values and
Value,
dispositions
yes.
also. So, how do you think it is going to leave an impact on the 8th grade students? I mean, what are going to be the learning outcomes?
Learning outcomes will be, ma'am, they will learn about helping others,
Okay.
being kind to others. If you are not even familiar with someone, and being kind to them
Right.
without telling them that you are helping them. So help should be in silent, right? So if you are helping someone, it should be silence with a smile.
Okay.
So there is a kid who is helping a lady with very, very courage, like keeping her hand on shoulder, a small kid, and passing the road, just crossing the road with the old lady who is bent and who is shivering, and her hands are very much anxious, her eyes are anxious, and she is all looking for a help to cross the road.
Right. So we will go in details of this unit. Let's start with your presentations, ma'am, because you have prepared some very well explained PPTs.
And before moving further, just look at this picture,
Okay.
which is having some zebra lines, right? Zebra line and traffic signal and school behind, and some cars are passing, and a carriage and a lady and some kid.
I can see that it's tactile in nature. So
Yeah,
how have you
so
prepared it?
you just touch it. What I have done is I took some mustard seeds
Hmm.
and ice cream sticks and some cutouts
Okay.
of a road and of zebra, and then I pasted it. And if you want to teach students for inclusive classroom, we should take some initiative, like we should, paste the things. So the picture is quite clear. Like I have done zebra by this. You just touch it, ma'am, and you can see
Yes, I can
there's
see
a
that this is the picture, and when I touch it, it's tactile in nature. I mean, I can feel it. Like I can feel that this is kind of a stick, but it is acting as a pole here. And these are three
yeah,
circular. These they can
like
act as the lights.
stop, go, and
Yes.
ready.
So, ma'am, because this is an inclusive classrooms, and here in inclusive classrooms, we are taking sign language as a medium of communication, and this tactile mode is basically for those students who are visually impaired.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
teachers can, prepare such
Teach
TLMs.
Yeah, and teachers should, because if you are having some percent of visual impairedness,
Yeah,
then also it will help.
that's right.
Sometimes it's not recognized that you are totally visually impaired, but this helps.
This
And
helps.
also, ma'am, enabling students of all the kinds, like including all the 21 disability, if we are working towards felicitating them
Right.
with the teaching learning material, it becomes more easy for them, and there is no hurdle then.
Yes.
So what I did to create a lady is I
Hmm.
just took a prompt.
Hmm.
What I'll do, I'll just dress her like this, and this will be a old lady,
Okay.
because here we will talk about the rugged clothes and other things,
Hmm.
and a schoolboy. So whenever you are making the prompts for inclusive classroom, you should take care of the dimension also. Like if it's a lady, it mean, and a boy we are talking about, so the dimension should be, lady should be taller than the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and if we are talking about the road and the signals, then it should be very proper, like
Hmm.
signal shape and road should be linear and the zebra lines. Okay, so moving further, ma'am,
Yes.
for poetry, structure, rhyme scheme, rhythm, and overall theme of the poem is actually needed.
Yes.
And when we talk about a poem,
Hmm.
what happens? It's like there are a lot of words, new words, and sometimes we think that oh, it's a new word, we don't know the meaning, and we just stop reading the poem.
Yes.
No, don't fear unfamiliar words, because how we can go with unfamiliar words, ma'am, I'll tell you. Like if there is a word timid
Hmm.
and we don't know the meaning, so we should see like why timid is being used. Either you just read the sentence or go by the structure or the thought process that poet is talking about, and also you can see that what is the timeline of the word,
Hmm.
like the 19th century, 20th century, 21st century. So just don't get afraid of any new word.
Context is
Try to
important.
try to understand the context
Yeah.
and the poet's time, and also the poet's mood. If
Okay.
poet is happy, like we can see ragged,
Hmm.
like, so ragged, it means poet is talking about a lady who is old
Hmm.
and wearing something. So ragged, it means we can easily relate to the clothes which are not tidy and
Torn.
clean enough and torn, and she is wearing it just to protect her.
Bare minimum
Bare
protection from
minimum,
the
yeah.
cold. And of course, this poet, you can talk about her
Ma'am,
as well.
and also, the third thing to keep in mind when you are reading a poem
Hmm.
is title, structure, and literary devices, and also about the poet.
Hmm.
Because when you know about the poet, their mood of writing, their theme of writing, their style of writing, and their time of writing, like we have here the poet Mary Doe Bryan, and she is 19th century American poet who often write about the themes of compassion, aging, and motherhood.
Hmm.
And ma'am, as now we got to know that she write about compassion, aging, and motherhood, and we have the unit value and disposition. It means here we will see motherhood, aging, and compassion, all the three themes together. And the central idea of this poem is empathy and kindness and
Okay.
respect for the elderly, and particularly strangers in need. And we always respect our family member,
Yes.
our elders whom we know, but we do not pay respect to the person we don't know, despite of their age.
I think here we must follow the classic example. If we are traveling with our own parents, we will offer them seats and
Yeah,
eatables, and we
and
will
we
offer
just
them
care
comfort.
about them,
Yes,
but we don't care about the person who is older than our parents, sitting next to them, needs some
or
water
needs
or
a seat in a
needs a
metro
seat,
or a bus,
or need anything, like any help,
any
your
help.
hand
Yes,
or something. So we just ignore the person who are in need just because they don't belong to us. No, it's like, ma'am, you know the theme of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
yeah.
So the entire world is ours. We should take care of each other, because when we take care of someone, someone else will take care of our parents, because no kid will stay with their parents for lifelong.
Absolutely.
Like,
And that's why the title is so apt. Somebody's mother. It could be your mother, my mother, anybody's mother for that matter. And the basic point is that the way you care for your parents, you must care for every other elderly person. Tend a hand, give a hand, and be that help to somebody who really needs it.
and also we should not ignore someone in crowd. We should, very much vigilant about the crowd whenever we are passing somewhere. Like, if there is a young boy or
Yeah.
a young girl or elderly person, we should just stop and think that what is the need of that person, and if we could help, we should help.
Yes.
Like, ma'am, it's a thing that uh, law of karma is very evident.
Yes.
If you help someone, someone will help you, and whatever goes around from you
Comes
as a
around.
human, that comes around. So if you believe in the same, just spread humanity, spread kindness, and let's move to
And
the
these little acts of kindness, they go a long way. So make sure that you're good and kind and compassionate. It's not important just to show sympathy, but you need to be an empath.
empath. Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am, empathy and kindness are such things that make human actually human.
Yes.
And before moving to the poem, let
Hmm.
me ask you, have you ever helped a stranger in recent times?
Yes, I have.
Like, what sort of help?
Okay, so I saw this girl who was really tired in the
Hmm.
metro, and I offered my seat to her.
Okay, then tell me one thing. Why do we help people even we don't know them?
I think because we have compassion inside us, and
And
we know that tomorrow, if we need help, then we will be helped. So I think, as you said, law of karma, that works.
yeah, and ma'am, humanity above all,
Yes.
and human values. And when I talk about value, it means it shouldn't be in reading. It should come in your act.
Yeah.
Like, you should act on values. You should act on, like, if you see someone who want water and they are normal people, it's okay. They'll go and fetch. But if there is someone who is disabled, or who is old, or who is very young, or a kid, so then it's your duty to enable them, because when you was a kid, somebody enabled you, and when you will be old, someone will there to help you. So just always think that it's you who will be next in that place.
Of course, so our, little learners, young learners who are watching us, you're studying in school. I'm sure you're helping your friends when they are in need. Even at your home, if some domestic help is coming, or if you're meeting any elderly person or while traveling, make sure that if they need you, you can be of some help to them. And that's how you will learn kindness and you will grow with that.
Yeah, and ma'am, moving to the poetry,
Mm,
it's very interesting. Every word will touch your soul.
great. Let's
The
say.
woman was old and ragged and grey,
Mm,
and bent with the chill of the winter's day.
mm.
The street was wet with the recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. And here, ma'am, we can see there is a pattern. See, ragged and grey, winter's day. So, grey and day,
Yes, they're rhyming.
they are rhyming. So they are rhyming with the same sound. It means A and A. We mark, ma'am, rhymes like A, B, B, C, C. Yeah,
Okay.
according to the sound.
Rhyming scheme.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, and in next line we can see recent snow, aged and slow. So
mm.
it's BB. Now it's our kids' work to see that how it's rhyming in the next lines.
Okay.
And ma'am, the central idea is there is a lady who is standing on
Mm.
the road, and she is all gray, and her hands are very much shaking, her eyes are anxious,
Hmm.
and it's all over snow, and she is very aged that she can't walk alone, and she is looking for the help, and she waited a long so that someone should help her. But uncared about the lady, people are passing, going here and there. Then all of a sudden happened to be
Young
like
boy.
off time for school, and then people are let out of school, and flock of sheep, students came out as flock of ships. So here flock of ships, why we are calling it? Because they are not walking in manner, they
Hmm.
are walking like flock of ships with no
Because
direction,
everybody is excited to
just they
go
want to
home.
go to home. Their rules will begin at home.
Yes,
In school they are in rule, at home they will be in rule. So in between also you should be in rules, you should walk like humans. Once you are out of your classroom, then also your humanity should survive inside you. It's not like no one is watching you so you will not do good. You should do good when no one is watching you also.
absolutely.
And then glad in freedom, people are walking carelessly, not focusing on her. Then all of a sudden a boy, a very courageous boy, just came to her and whispered in her ear that if she wants some help, he is ready to help. I'll help you cross if you wish to go. He paused beside her and whispered low. And ma'am, now why he whispered low, I'll tell you.
Hmm.
Because there is a rule of helping people that if you are helping someone, you should not shout
Yeah, of
that you are
course.
helping. You should not show the
True.
pictures, post here and there, go in news and media that you are helping. If you are helping someone, be kind and slow enough that that person and you only know about
That
it.
is such a beautiful
Yes,
gesture because
yes,
absolutely, when we want to help somebody, we do not want to show it off. Either take the person aside and talk slowly that whether the person needs anything or not, or just offer the helping hand like this boy did in the poem.
yes. And the next gesture is a gesture of, kindness. Just see her aged hand on his
Hmm.
strong young arm. She places it, and so without hurt or harm.
Hmm.
So has her hand, aged hand, that needs very much help. She just put on his arm, a very young arm, and then, ma'am, without hurt, without harm, like elders won't hurt us. Sometimes we
Yeah.
think that we are kids, we should not talk to a stranger, we should not go towards elders. They'll harm us, they'll beat us. No, nobody is going to harm you. If you are compassionate enough, you will receive compassion in return. So then, ma'am, then they crossed, and then lastly, what happened? No,
Hmm.
somebody's mother bowed low her head, and in her home that night, and the prayer she said was, God be kind to the noble boy who is somebody's son and pride and joy.
Lovely. Yeah.
So here, that lady who seek the help of that boy is now praying for
For
that
that
boy
boy. Yes.
whom she don't even know. So it's for us also as elders that we should pray for and we should wish good for the people who are helping us. And also, ma'am, prayers are the form of love that we send to the strangers and to the loved ones.
Hmm.
And if there is someone who is giving helping hand to you, it's your duty to receive that with kindness and say thank in return, and also pray good for that person who did good to you.
Absolutely, there is no gift bigger than praying for somebody. And here, the title, of course, is somebody's mother. But look, at the end, we're talking about somebody's boy because people remember you for your acts of kindness. They pray for you, and these blessings come handy when you are in trouble, when you are in crisis and need help.
And it's a very beautiful one, ma'am. There is a lady standing alone, and at last, she is with, her prayers, showering her love to the boy who
Yes.
helped her. So, in beginning, when she was, nervous and anxious for the help,
Hmm.
her actions are like she was just, stretching her hand for help. And when she received help, she was just joining the hands for prayer. That is the beauty of compassion and kindness that
Absolutely.
change your mindset. Earlier she was sad and timid, and later on she was throwing her love to in the
Happy,
form of
yeah.
prayers.
Good vibes,
Yeah.
indeed.
And ma'am, like the poem is full of good words,
Hmm.
literary devices, and simile, alliteration, and everything.
Okay.
Like, what is simile? If like I asked my kids, simile is like we have seen a phrase like "came the boys like a flock of sheep."
Hmm.
So the use of word like and as, these are the words
Okay.
which mark the presence of simile somewhere.
All right.
Simile is you are comparing something to some other thing.
Hmm.
Like ships are being compared to group of
Group of
boys.
children, yes,
Yeah,
coming out of school.
yeah. And repetition is when you say the same thing with different word. Like so meek, so timid. Meek is
Hmm.
also like silent and nervous. Timid is
Yeah.
also who
Words
is,
with similar
yeah,
meanings.
words
Okay.
with similar
And
meanings.
alliteration?
Alliteration is, ma'am, when like there is a phrase, just see, the woman was old and ragged and grey.
Hmm.
So here the ragging of the clothes is being imposed to the women.
Okay.
So the woman was old and ragged and grey.
Hmm.
So here just see, you will find that the words are very beautifully kept together, like old, ragged, and grey.
And I think when we use two words which are starting from the same alphabet,
Yes,
that's also an example of alliteration,
yes.
like our lovely learners.
Lovely learners,
Yeah,
pretty
smart
parrot,
students,
pretty parrot.
smart students out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
my love is like a red, red rose
great.
by Byron. Yeah.
So these are some of the terms that, of course, that are there, and they
Yes.
have been used in the poem, and you can use them to create any poem.
Yes, ma'am. And also, we can play with the words. Like in the poem, the idioms are being used, like tender hand,
Hmm.
which means help
Helping
somebody.
somebody. Very
And
lovely
some
phrase.
more idioms are given here, like get out of hand,
Okay.
try your hand at something, give
Hmm.
somebody a free hand, give somebody a big hand, work hand in hand, have your hands full.
Hmm.
So we have things in column 2, like do something new.
Hmm.
It means what the idiom in column 1 says, be very busy,
Okay.
work hand in hand. Is it means be very busy. So it's now our
So we
learners.
can do this practice also. Let's try to match these.
Yeah, so get out of hand.
So I think that would be become difficult to control.
Yeah,
Okay.
and give somebody a free hand.
I think allow somebody to do something with full freedom.
Yeah, and have your hands full.
Have your hands full is be very busy.
Yeah. So, and moving next,
Okay.
we have, ma'am, some antonyms here. So, what are antonyms? I'll tell you. Like,
Opposite
I
words.
smile. Yeah.
Hmm.
So when I say smile, what comes to your mind?
Smiling. Sad.
Yeah,
Sadness.
and a very like straight,
Straight.
uh,
Straight in what sense?
straight, and this is straight, and this is
Rough, or what should I say? Bent.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
and we have some words like firm, meek, merry, kind, anxious, and bent.
Hmm.
So our kids should work on this. That what firm meaning? Firm it means very
Strong.
strong.
Hmm.
So what is the opposite of firm?
Weak.
And yeah,
Maybe.
and merry. Merry means very happy.
Happy. Yeah.
So the opposite of merry is
Sadness.
sad,
Yeah.
kind,
Brutal.
brutal, anxious,
Joyful. Maybe.
bent, and straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's do a role play that enact a scene of a boy helping the woman.
Hmm.
So helping the woman in what sense? In any of the sense, like something she just left on floor
Yeah,
and
she
you
dropped
can,
something on the
yeah,
floor and you are helping
yeah,
helping in picking it up.
and then you can just show that respect and care for the elderly
That's right.
with that poster, like there is a lady who dropped something and you're just picking it up, and then make a poster of that
Yes.
gesture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, since we have reached almost the climax of the session,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have certain keywords here.
Yes,
Okay.
and the keywords are ragged, anxious, timid.
And then we have homework questions.
So, circle the words you would associate with an elderly person and underline the words you would associate with a school student. Share the reasons for your choices with your classmate and teacher.
Okay.
And ma'am, we have modified
Modified
homework.
homework also. Right.
Recall 5 words you associate with an elderly person. And note, you have to record your answer with the help of voice recorder.
Right, and you have to complete this homework and you have to share the same with us in this format. Write your name, your class, school name and address, date of the session, teacher's name, and the photograph, which is completely optional. You can choose to send it and email the same on dth.class8@ciet.nic.in. Well, with this, it's time for me to wrap up this session over here. And I think the underlying message, what we have learned after this poem, apart from learning new words and new phrases, is to be good and kind always.
Yes, ma'am. And to help others, if you don't know them, helping someone doesn't need acquaintance,
Yes.
it needs humanity and compassion.
Compassion. Absolutely. Very well said. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
Thank you,
time and
ma'am, for having
contribution
me
to the
here.
session. And I would also like to thank our ISL interpreter, Dave, for his time. Thank you so much, Dave, for all the support. And now, before I finally leave, let me give you quick updates regarding the textbooks. They are available on Amazon, Flipkart, and NCERT website. Grade 4 and 7, please go for them and take a quick look at the schedule. We are through with a session on teaching learning interventions. Of course, the subject was English. In a short while from now, you can watch our special session, which we are having in observance of International Sign Language Day. At 2 p.m., we will bring you a session of Urdu, followed by a session of Hindi at 2:30. 3 p.m. is the time for a session of Urdu once again, and we will learn Samajik Vigyan at 3:30. 4 to 5 p.m. is a time for our online training program where we are talking about instructional design for development of e-content, and we will end the day with our session Sahyog. The topics are right there in front of you. Make sure you participate in them. With this, it's a closing from my side for this session. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you and will join you super soon. Take care. Namaskar.